am Hey Ms.Carter, and I just want to have a conversation with all my ladies who did not have their father around or who nothing, just for the absent father.
Let me hear you say, hey, Miss Carter. Say, hey, Miss Carter. Give me some.
My mom and my dad share two kids, me and my older brother. But I have three siblings. I have four siblings. There's five kids. I'm the middle child. My dad and my mom hooked up in high school or whatever. So they had my brother first, separated, had another child, separated. He got with my then stepmom, and he got with my stepmom, and then they had a child together. Him and my mom ended up hooking back up and I was created. And after that, he went back to my stepmom. They got married and had two children, five kids. I'm the middle child. My brother's the oldest, and then I have an older sister, me, little brother, little sister. At the end of the day, my brother was always with my dad and I was always with my mom. I think like 2 years of my life, or 2 moments of my life, I lived with him and went to school. But for the most part, it's been me and my mom all my life, all I know. Me and my dad did not have the best relationship. I have one memorable moment. I have 2 memorable moments of my dad in my head, of being a kid. I remember one, him picking me up from school, like I said, going to the post office or something. It was by a post office, something like that, and I had some candy. I remember that moment, and I remember being little in the living room and him singing You Are Not Alone to me. We were singing it to all of us in the living room, but Michael Jackson, You Are Not Alone. Those are my 2 memories of my father. For the most part, that's all. Honestly, when I was younger, whenever it came summertime for me to go to my dad's house, I will always go to my grandma's house. I love my grandma. I just always felt like I was wanted there. I felt comfortable there. I just felt home whenever I went to my grandmother's house. Well, my dad, he had a wife at the time, but she really wasn't a nice individual towards the children that wasn't hers, which was me and my brother. Now, I would have been rebel towards her because it was wrong, the things that she was doing. But my mom raised me as a child. My grandmother raised me as a child. My aunt raised me as a child. Like, you don't speak when you're not spoken to. You don't get into adult business. If an adult says something, you do it. So whenever my stepmom said this, do something, I did it. But they were wrong. It was mean things that she would tell me to do. She would tell me to go upstairs. All the kids would be outside playing, having fun. But I would have to go upstairs, stay in the room over something small. I could have did something so small and stupid, or I could have did nothing at all. And I would be told to go upstairs, don't come down. I'll never forget, it was a moment. It was probably like 4th of July. The family was coming over. She was cooking. I'll never forget, while she was hugging my dad, she told me, like, she did like a little mean face. She was like, go upstairs. I was always told to go upstairs. Always dismissed. She always dismissed me. I'll never forget, she made me and my brother stand outside in the rain while it was raining. And then when my dad came home, asked why were we outside, she said some crazy stuff like we wanted to be out there or something. But no, girl, like, it was either rain or snow. It was one of those, it was cold. At one point, I did tell my mom, like, I don't like going over there. She's mean to me. My mom did have a conversation with my dad. I feel like at times my dad had to know, but he ignored it for the peace of his home. And I could never, in a way, I can't forgive him for it. It hurts my feelings that he never stood up for me as his child. And as a father, and as an adult, he never put her in her place. It just wasn't nice to me. She was not a nice stepmom at all. There was not one picture of me in the house. Like, my birthdays always took place in, at my father's, because my birthday is in the summertime. I'm a Cancer. I can't think of one birthday with my dad. I just remember always being with my grandmother for my birthday. Like, my grandma, like, I look back at it, like, I think that's why I was always at my grandma's house. Like, I always felt wanted. Like, every time I would wake up, she would have me a bag full of something. Feeling wanted by him for so long that I think I would remember that moment, a moment such as a birthday, because it was such a significant moment in my life that I remember him not even telling me, acknowledging me on my birthdays and things like that. Now, as I'm older, we don't really talk like that, but he will hit me up and be like, happy birthday every now and then. Last year he didn't hit me up and tell me happy birthday, but this year he hit me up and told me happy birthday. And I think, and I know for sure, like 2 years before he hit me up and told me happy birthday, I remember my mom felt on hard times. It was a decision, actually it was the breaking point which made her move from Michigan to here, Georgia. She was going through hard times and she was asking, hey, can you take the kids? He was like, he'll take my brother, but he's not going to take me. And I remember crying because I really felt unwanted. Like, how could you not want to take me? Like, how could someone sit here and tell you she's going through hard? Like, his hate for my mother was so strong that it honestly rubbed off on me. I felt it. I didn't just feel it for her. I felt like I came with that hate that he had for my mom. I definitely felt like his wife played a role in how he treated me, and I don't know if he paid attention to it, but the moment that they broke up and got divorced was the moment when he started paying attention to what has happened, why our relationship is the way it is. You have to be careful of who you procreate. Is it procreate? Yeah, who you create children with and what your futures may become, because those type of things affect your child. Like, I remember 20 plus years later, I remember these things. I remember you not wanting to take me in even when my mom was going through a hard time. I remember you saying just a lot. I may not remember all, but I remember a lot. And I remember a lot of negative. And that there was so little positive that the negative definitely overrides the positive within our relationship. And at this point, I accept who he is. I don't seek acceptance from him. Like, we talk when we talk. We say happy birthday when we say happy birthday. We're on the same phone bill. We pay our phone bills. But the relationship that I guess I want from a father is a relationship that I accept that I won't have with my father. It sucks, but it makes me wise, and it makes me pay attention of who I lay in the bed with. Battery died, guys. Sorry. But, so yeah, I know he knows what happened was wrong. As long as I know he knows that he said it. He said it when he was introducing me to his then girlfriend, now wife. That he knows some of the things that happened was wrong. He admit his wrong to me, but I don't know if I want something more. Like, I don't know if I want you to hurt. Like, I don't know what it is, or if I want him to go into depth of him admitting his wrongs. Like, he just said, I know I did wrong, I'm sorry. I don't know if I want his actions to be more. I don't know what it is that is missing that I want from him. I mean, I don't care so much. Like, it's weird because I can honestly care less, but every now and then I care. I don't know. I don't know what more I want from him. I just wish a situation never existed, so I could not want. I wish I had the relationship my other brothers and sisters had with him. And I think he felt like because he was giving my mom money that was supposed to make up for him not being around, but money and presents are not equal. I was shocked and happy when he made it to my college graduation. I was upset and let down when he didn't make it to my high school graduation and didn't call me, didn't say anything. Like, that moment just came and went. Like, I didn't get anything, not a hey, not a card, not a text, nothing. Like, that moment just came and went and was never acknowledged. And I felt some way because, you know, I have siblings and you're there for their every important moment. Like, yeah. I'm just not going to go back into those type of feelings, but only person I can really never forgive is my stepmom because she was just nasty. She was too grown to be nasty. At this point, I'm grown. Like I said, I'm a little bit more understanding now. I'm not saying because I understand what happened that like it's forgiven or I approve. I'm just saying that I understand what happened. And thanks to you, my child will have the correct love that it's supposed to have. And I don't hate you. I don't hate him. I love him. Like I said, if I see him, it's still hi. Whenever I'm in town with my siblings, I always say with my little sister when I go back up to Michigan. If he stop by, he stop by. If he don't, he don't. I'll let him know that I'm there, and we'll see what happens from there. It's good to talk it out. It's good to get it off your chest. And it's also important that you know that there's nothing wrong with you. You are not the problem. That's their problem. That's their issue. And yeah, it hurts you and it mentally does something to you and emotionally does something to you. But you'll get past that point in life. Realize your worth and just make sure that you become a great father, or you make sure you choose a great partner. But you don't have to be a messed up individual. You just keep shining, and if anything, just become so great in life that they're gonna wish that they played a role in your greatness. They're gonna wish that they can say, I contribute to that. They're gonna wish that you would acknowledge them on the level that they now want to be acknowledged, that they would then want to be acknowledged. But don't be bitter. Don't hold nothing heavy in your heart. Just love them. I don't know, y'all. Do I got daddy issues? I don't know. How you guys deal with daddy relationships? How you guys deal with daddy issues? Comment below. Let me know. I'm about to go to work. Have a good day.